uh, game against Phoenix that we would like to analyze. We have 4 videos. This one is a shorter one. There's only 3 points, and then we'll go on to the next video that has a little bit more detail. The first thing that we'll show in this video is something that I was speaking a little bit to Ryan about, and we felt that we need to do a little bit more activity using the 8 and 10 to build out of the back in order to help us get forward and help us move up the field. So let's analyze what we need to do in this case. So as you guys can see here, as we're playing out of the back, the 6 will pass it to the center back. We're here. I'll let you guys see it, and then we'll see what we could maybe do better to make it a little bit easier for us. Okay, we can stop there. So what we thought is, in this case, when the 6 gets the ball and targets the center back, what you guys have just seen is not that it's not bad in any case. There was a good build up, very confident and controlled passing. At no moment were we in any danger or anything like that. But how about in this case here, when we have the ball, bypass everyone and try and have a 8 or 10 that checks 2 into this space, and then a 1-touch out to our fullback that could make the run. So I think that would be more efficient. And if that had happened, the fullback would have been into the midfield and already gone forward. So again, it's always try to make the sure passes, the passes that are going to be successful, and avoid obviously the dangerous ones or the ones that are out of reach. But I think in this case, if we have a 8 or 10 that can check into here, they are going to get pressure, but you can do a 1-touch out to our fullback who is not marked. So that is something we'll work on at practice, is center back to 8 or 10, depending on which side, and then 1-touch to the fullback, just to be more efficient going forward and relieve the pressure from behind. Okay. The next one is just a simple one that I've seen. I tend to see this a good amount in games. So what you guys can see here is, again, holding the ball really well, movement, getting the ball to the center back, and then center back goes back to the keeper. So nothing wrong with going back to the keeper, especially to make sure we keep possession and we are not forcing it. However, one thing that will happen is, if you guys can see, just going back really quickly, before the pass is made to the center back, we got their whole team pinged in their own half. And if we are sending the ball back from center back to the goalkeeper, guess what's going to happen? They're going to all push forward, and now we got to start all over. So again, like I said, nothing wrong with there, but what I would have done in this case is, when that pass is being made, I would have received it with my left out here, and I would have just sent it across for Anna so that Anna can go into this gap here. Look how much space there is. And now we continue the attack in their half rather than going back and then having their whole team, as you guys can see, step up. And now we're back to square one. So that's just something I thought we could have improved on. One thing we're going to cover is also at practice. So as I mentioned, the points to cover at practice, one is center back to 8 or 10, and 1-touch to fullback. So that's one thing we're going to cover in practice. The second thing we're going to cover in practice is what happens when the center back goes into the middle. And yesterday, what happened, at the Phoenix game, what happened is we kind of talked a little bit to the 8 and 10. Actually, Ryan did that to help them check away when our center backs are going into the middle, to create the space so that they can go forward. And as once we've done that, it was much better. So here, let me just show you guys what happens here. So center back goes into the middle, has lots of space, and we don't relieve any of the pressure. So this is a scenario that what we're going to cover in practice on Monday or Tuesday, is when this happens here, where do all the players need to go in order to create the space and make the best scenario possible. So that's all for this video. This one's a short one, so we'll cover more in the video 2. Okay, until next video.